We're back on Inside Tennessee with Mayor Kincannon. This week, we did see some concerns expressed by the Ice Bears yet again about the Coliseum. I know the city has poured millions of dollars into some upgrades for the Coliseum, but they say we simply can't play in the Coliseum. What do you say about that criticism, and is there anything on your agenda that will make some changes?
Well, long before I was mayor, there's been some deferred maintenance on our public facilities, and the Coliseum is no exception. I understand there was a study done under Mayor O'Hara's administration that said to really fix it up would cost $40 million. So it's not a lack of awareness of the problems, it's a lack of potential revenue sources to address them. So I really apologize to the Ice Bears fans and the Ice Bears team and coaches that they had their season interrupted. We're going to fix it and make sure it doesn't happen again. And we just have to analyze, we can do a short-term fix to make it right for this season, but what is the long-term fix? What's best for the community, and what can we afford?
Well, so, Mayor, we're talking about a $40 million problem if we solved it all the way.
Well, that was 7 years ago.
And so let's call it $80 million today, maybe 100. We've done that with the ballpark, and we've done it with a private government partnership. Why can't we do the same thing with a new version of the Coliseum? And I know there's some historic benefit to our old Coliseum, and some of us that have been around a long time here are somewhat attached to it. The site is ideal. There's parking. It's parking accessible. But why can't we find those private partners and really do something special with the Civic Coliseum that really needs to be done?
I think we can. I think that it's just...
Is that going on?
It's just a matter of priorities. One thing I've learned in the first term is that there's no shortage of good ideas and there's no shortage of needs, but you can only do so many things at a time financially and just as far as like staff capacity and energy. So I'm really proud of the progress we've made on the stadium. I'm looking forward to having it open in 2025 and have it be an amenity for generations to come, for baseball, concerts, soccer, other events.
We might need to ring Randy up and get him to put some ice in there also for the hockey team.
Maybe, but I'm aware of that as also a need in our city. But we do have to set priorities, and we have been maintaining the Coliseum, but it needs a little more than some Band-Aids. It needs some more substantial fixes.
Other infrastructure, we talked about the pedestrian bridge and the move to reapply for federal funding for that. Do you want to see it built? Do you think
Absolutely.
Do you think it can be built,
Yes.
and how quickly?
And will we all be alive when it's done?
Well, I think if we're going to submit a new application for federal dollars, and I think that it'll be a much stronger application because we already have $20 million in hand from the state of Tennessee. We have firmer commitments and land acquired, and also we are doing some value engineering to adjust the design so it's not quite as expensive as we originally anticipated. So creating great spaces is part of my job as mayor. Public safety, housing, and great public spaces. So the stadium is part of that. The pedestrian bridge. The bridge is important, but how it lands and how it benefits the community on the south waterfront in particular, that will be really important because some bridges, they land and it's like an empty parking lot, and that's not what we want. That's not what we need. So I'm excited about the pedestrian bridge, McClung warehouses. We initiated a community input process, and I hope to redevelop that during my second term. Also, there's a lot of empty parcels around the new public safety complex where St. Mary's used to be. The community has said what they need and want most there is more housing. So we're looking to have some private partners to develop housing there. And also it's really important that we connect all these with safe ways to connect. We just got a $10 million grant from the federal government announced this past week to implement our Vision Zero, Safer Streets for All. So that's going to help on the Broadway corridor, Magnolia corridor, because having the great spaces is one thing, having people be able to get around our city, get to jobs, get to the recreation and schools and whatnot safely is vital. So that's part of public safety and land use and sustainability. It's going to be great. There's a lot of good things happening in our community. I'm so grateful that I get to have another 4 years serving as mayor.
We appreciate your time this morning, Mayor. Best of luck.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch. Back with our talk around right after this.